cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Check one, check two. Check one, check two, man. We live in the building, man. What's the dilly?
Good morning, Auntie.
What up, Auntie? Oh, man, Ali Kodak, what up, cuz? He said love from the Carolinas. That's my guy. Make sure you check him out. Check out his page, man. He got some dope music and shit. Check out my guy right now, Ali Kodak. If you don't know who he is, then follow him right now, dog. You can check him out. Got some dope YouTube videos. Got some dope music, man. Make sure you check him out. Yo, we tripping, dog. We live on air. We got Angry Man on camera. Got y'all all fucked up. Don't nobody even know what to do right now.
This some bullshit.
Stick on, man. Shout out to my man Monk Money, dog. He out getting his eyes fixed and shit. He got an eyeglass appointment this morning. Shit is Wednesday. You ready?
I guess I ain't got no motherfucking choice.
Rita just checked in. What up, though? Who we got? We got some people everywhere, dog. I guess we gonna go and get to it. Right, Bo. This nigga Angry Man on camera, dog.
Bo, where you at, man? Why you should be here.
He said at least that nigga used to be on camera and shit up. Both of y'all motherfuckers are angry, though. You ready, dog?
Nope.
Oh, shit, man. Let's do it, dog. Hey, look, did he say what?
I know, right?
Dog, everybody fucked up. We gonna do a whole show about Angry Man being on camera, nigga.
Fuck this, dog.
Yeah, fuck the...
I'm moving.
Fuck the topic and shit. All right, man, let's do it. Yo, you know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet. Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial right this moment, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern. Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205. I got my man Angry Man in the building.
Man, fuck this.
Oh, shit. Salute to my man, Buck Money, man. He out today, dog. Get his eyes checked and shit.
Why is it so important, nigga? He a chef. He don't need to see.
Anyway, we in this bitch, man, holding it down. My man, Angry Man, holding it down on camera, dog. It is Wednesday, so make sure that you do check us out on social media, man. Hit my man up, Real Monk Money. That's going to be on Twitter and Instagram. And, of course, myself, Hood Howard Stern, also on Instagram and Twitter. Also, the radio show at E-Block Radio, man. Make sure you check us out. And you already know that it's Pardon My East Side, so you got to go to pardonmyeastside.com. Get your hats, t-shirts, scullies, and all that good shit right now. Get 25% off by using the promo code eBlockRadio. That's at pardonmyeastside.com, dog. Today is Wednesday, bro. November 27th, dog. So you know that E-Block Radio is in the building at the Easy Street Saloon tonight, man. So make sure you slide down to Easy Street Saloon, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. We having a pre-Turkey Day turn up. So we about to be in that bitch, man. Me, Angry Man, motherfucking.
I ain't going.
Yeah, right. Monk Money, man. The whole fucking E-Block crew, man. Make sure you pull up. $5 shots all motherfucking night, dog. Food. We got some food specials. Yo, we also, man, giving away 2 smoked turkeys. All right, we raffling off some food for Thanksgiving, so you can win turkeys. You know what? If you buy enough raffle tickets, you might actually win both of them motherfucking smoked turkeys. I don't know what you gonna do with both of them, but smoked turkeys, a la celebrity chef, Monk Money. Yo, Kodak Lee just checked in too with the eyeballs. Everybody fucked up because you on camera, dog.
I'm about to move.
Hey, Fat Cat say, hell no, Angry Man front and center.
I'm about to move, man.
No, it's all good. We in this bitch, man. But make sure you pull up tonight. It's 9. What time it start? Yeah, 9 o'clock. 9 to 2, man. It's $5 entry fee after 10. All right, so if you get there before 10, you get in for free. And come fuck with us, dog. 16101 East 10 Mile Road, dog. E-Block Radio on the Turkey Day, the pre-Turkey Day turn up and shit, dog. Hey, so we got some shit to talk about, man. We got a heavy topic today. But anything you want to talk about before we get into that shit, for real?
Me getting off this motherfucking camera is what I want to talk about.
It's not that fucking serious. Hey, look, City Shine checked in, man. He said, what the hell? See Angry Man face, dog. That's for sure. Speaking of Shine, man, make sure you do check out the Shine versus Everybody podcast, man. That is available every week and shit, normally on Tuesday or Monday night, you know what I'm saying, if you keep it consistent. It'd be cool and shit. Shout out to, what was the last one? What's her name? Oh, Brianna B, man. Check out this last interview with Brianna B, man. It's available on YouTube right now. Also available on eBlockRadio.com. .com, dog. It was some shit I wanted to talk about. Now it go with the whole subject and shit. Anything in the news you want to talk about, dog, before we get to this for real shit? Because it's a heavy motherfucking topic, dog. For real.
I mean, it should be, because there's a lot of heavy shit going on.
Yeah, it is,
Just
dog.
fucking period, man. What the fuck is going on with every goddamn body?
Dog,
man?
what about these motherfuckers taking people, though?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
they actually out in this motherfucker stealing people.
They stealing people, and we talk about this shit every show because it's some serious shit. And in real life, dog, like no bullshit. I ain't trying to fuck up. Well, let me see how I want to say this. First of all, I don't want to fuck up nobody's livelihood and shit by saying this, and because I know how it is being black to be profiled. But if you see a strange person with a white van, dog, I'm just saying, if you don't know if that person's like some kind of plumber or something, or he's looking real strange, I suggest you call the police. Just be safe about that shit, dog.
Sometimes it ain't profiling. Sometimes it's just fine damn police work.
Right, which is fucked up though, because it still feel like profiling. And as black people, man, we understand what profiling.
I'll take that chance.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I honestly would, because a plumber normally gonna have a name on the side of that motherfucker.
Yeah, sometimes
a plunger or some shit.
This nigga said a plunger.
Something.
Shout out to the plumbers with their name on the side of the van though. I got a story actually about that. And it's kind of go feed into what we're talking about today. So I guess I'll go ahead and tell that story. Today, if you don't know what we're talking about in big ass letters right there, it says, how do we combat white supremacy, dog? That's what we want to talk about today. It's a heavy topic, dog. It might be too heavy for a lot of people to talk about. So we're going to keep it short and sweet, dog. We're not going to draw y'all out with that because it's holiday time. You don't want to be talking about all this angry shit, but I think we got to address it. But I do want to tell this story, though. All right, so I was at the Easy Street Saloon yesterday, and a patron, I guess I won't put the whole thing out, but a patron was there, and he was talking about this thing that happened the other night. So what happened was, he was at home. It must have been about 2 or 3 in the morning, and the police started beating down the door. Nakia, what up, though? Nakia just checked in. She said, I miss y'all. Like, you ain't never seen Angry Man on camera, though, so I know you should be excited right now. Angry Man's on camera.
Stop saying this shit, man.
But anyway, so the police beating the door down and shit. 3 in the morning, my man jump up and shit. They asked him to come outside and shit. It's another part to the story I want to tell. But the whole thing was, he lived in a duplex. So the dude that lived on the other side of him and shit had this big white van and shit, right, with no windows in it. So they thought it was my man's van. Mm-hmm. So they beating the door down 3 in the morning and shit, telling him to come outside, asking him who he got in the house and shit, and then asking him, like, is this his van out here? So somebody must have did what we were just talking about. Somebody called the police, like, it's a suspicious van over here. So, like, I know that felt like profiling, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, I almost feel like because so many people coming up missing, like it's damn near like you got to do that shit.
You better.
Yeah, but it's fucked up though, because then if we say that, then that's giving power to us getting profiled, not for stealing.
You get profiled any goddamn way.
I know, but we trying to stop that shit. So how we gonna be?
Okay, well,
how we gonna be advocates on other profiles?
Well, drive your other car, don't drive the white van.
He said, drive the other car, dog.
I mean, you already know motherfuckers getting snatched up out here, so why you just gonna go post up somewhere in an unmarked van?
Right.
Why would you do that?
Oh, speaking of which, though, there's some other shit, though. Somebody posted this on Facebook yesterday, and it was a screenshot of this conversation that somebody was having on Facebook. People do, first of all, let me say this. People do anything for a laugh, dog. So you got these people, I want to say they was dudes, I can't remember, having a conversation on Facebook talking about how much like a stolen body going for and shit, right?
Say what?
Right, so they say like you get $20,000 for this for a woman or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly, but like they joking and shit though, right? And then the one dude was like, he go, what did he say? Basically, he was about to steal a bunch of people and shit and make some money and shit, right? Like they joking, but there's some shit that you can't even be joking about, dog. Especially on social media.
Why would you do that?
I mean, that shit ain't. Some shit is just too sensitive to touch, bro. I think that was way too much. Right? People trying to get a laugh, trying to get attention, dog. And that it ain't nothing funny about that shit. Motherfuckers get stolen. And honestly, dog, I'm really curious though. Like, are people on the black market right now? Like, is Is it is the markup good on fucking on body parts? What the fuck is going on for real?
But the thing of it is, I've been seeing a couple pictures of these people that's taking folks who are supposedly it's black people taking people, man.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Was that you that mentioned that about the black preacher?
Yeah.
Dog, man, what
the fuck is going on?
Dog,
like I said,
that's what I'm
you got
saying.
black people taking people.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even want to take care of our own kids, but you gonna go out here and steal somebody else's.
Right. That's not funny. I didn't mean to laugh. But it's true, though.
The fuck, man?
I'm really curious to what's going on, man. We've been saying this all week, though, and last week. My man Gigabytes checked in. What up, though? He said, Angry Man hosting? Like,
Get your ass over here so I can get off this motherfucker, man.
No, you here now? Everybody gonna want to see you every week, though, shit.
No.
You gonna have to make an appearance like once a month.
No.
All right, well, anyway, we'll talk about that shit. But, yeah, I don't know, though. It's a little scary, dog, for real. So watch... Again, man, you got to start policing your own community. I don't want to get all too super serious right now, but you got to police your own community, dog. You got wives, sisters, baby mamas, dog. You know what I'm saying? Daughters, aunties, nieces, cousins, anything, man. You got to make sure that they safe out here, dog. And ladies, man, look, I know a lot of y'all got pistols and got the license to carry and shit, but that don't save you all the time and shit. Don't be out in this bitch all night trying to go to the BP. You know what I'm saying, at 1 o'clock in the morning shit, thinking you cool because you strapped and shit, because, like, they still taking motherfuckers. Yeah. Like, it's videos of people, like, you know, niggas who escaped and shit. They really, like, to see somebody attempt to steal a motherfucker, though, it's like the craziest shit ever. Like, they pulling up on niggas and just snatching motherfuckers.
I mean, it's probably happening in the hood because we live by that code. It ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't my business. But, you know, we need to adapt what they do in the suburbs and the white neighborhoods. Nigga, roll up. They telling.
Yeah, I'm telling like a motherfucker.
They telling like a motherfucker.
If I pull up and see a bitch getting stole, bro, like, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, she getting stole. You know what I'm saying? I might can't intervene and shit, like, depending on where I am in the situation, but I'm definitely calling the police, man.
You know what we gonna say? Shit, they probably just playing. That's how I don't go some shit.
Man, if you throwing a bitch in the trunk, ain't nobody playing.
Hey.
Ain't nobody playing. If you throwing her in the car, it might just be a domestic dispute.
Niggas are so
throwing her in the trunk, though.
Niggas are so scared to be witnesses in the hood, nigga, they ain't saying shit.
Say scared to be a witness, dog. It's fucking crazy, dog. But anyway, if you see some shit, man, some suspicious shit, motherfucking white vans and shit, you know, that's stereotypical. All of them not white, though. But, I mean, you know, dog, it's a motherfucker, though. This is a little side story. It's a motherfucker when I was out in Southfield, man. It was a dude that lived across the street. And he had one of the mysterious vans and shit. It was all gray. Didn't have no windows in that bitch, man. I always thought that he was stealing people. Now I wonder, I bet the police at his door every day.
Oh, shit.
He was a weirdo, too, though.
He probably was.
Yeah,
he probably
that's
got
kind of
about
weird.
4 or 5 motherfuckers stashed away in the basement from there away.
That shit ain't even funny. They selling the shit out of this.
No, it's not funny, man. What the fuck are you? I mean, goddamn.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, why steal somebody? It's prostitutes down there. You give them $5, they'll do whatever the fuck they you. I mean,
obviously this shit is some big money involved. Obviously.
I mean, but what the fuck are you doing with them, man? Like, no, I'm
trafficking.
Go get a prostitute. They down there.
I mean, I don't think it's for them. I think they sell them to the highest bidder and shit. I mean, this is like they really selling humans though.
And there's women that will that will offer themselves to be sold.
They offer themselves.
Yeah, go find them. Shit.
They offer themselves.
And you know what? They ain't gonna tell.
Yeah. And the crazy thing though is Michigan. Michigan is the highest. This is where all the sex trafficking happening at though. It's like the highest percentage. Sylvia checked back in. She said that's the problem with our society. We'll see something happen, and then turn a blind eye, but heaven forbid it drops in their backyard. I mean, that's us though.
Yeah, because we'll be the first ones to say why you didn't say nothing.
Right, because it
didn't
affect
say
you.
Shit
right.
when it was happening to me.
Exactly, but right now it's happening in our backyard. It might not be somebody that you know specifically. You know what I'm saying? Nobody from your family, but it's your community though. So at the end of the day, man, we gotta figure out what the fuck going on. It's like some serial killer shit, man. Like,
man.
I mean, motherfuckers just missing.
Yeah.
I mean, and some of them are being like caught on tape being taken, and some of them just like coming up gone.
You know, like, I just have to know, man. What the fuck are you doing with these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, what? I mean,
we ain't gonna know till years later.
It's an abundance of this shit happening, dog.
Yeah.
Like, every time you turn around, somebody missing. Like, god damn, what?
For real. Now, and what you think about that shit, though? I don't want to get too far into this because we gotta get to our topic, but What you think about that shit? Do you think it's happening like far more often, or is it just being reported more?
Probably it's just being reported more.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit of both of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, because in a minute, it's just going to be me and you out this motherfucker.
We ain't gonna have nobody broadcast, so they just stole everybody.
They stole everybody, man.
Everybody on the black market. That's not funny. I'm sorry.
But shit.
I didn't mean to laugh at that shit, dog. But Rita checked back in. What up, though? She said, right, we must start being proactive. We have been reactive, which is our current situation. Learn to grow food, learn to filter water, as we always talking about. Start a fire, etc. We prepare, stock up, then we stop dealing with this system. White only feel powerful because of privilege and money. The poor whites feel the same way we do. The system must crash first. How do you stop white supremacy? All right, she answering the question already.
You can't.
You can't. All right, we about to get to that, dog. We about to get to that.
You can't.
And then we gonna go to a commercial break real quick, dog, and then we gonna get back to our for real topic. How do we combat white supremacy, dog? We gonna get to that in just a moment. Let me see. I got this story. Let me see. Hold on, my man Bo said a bunch of Marines just got arrested for that, running a whole organization. Damn, for real?
You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
I guess they being all they can be, huh?
Wow. Yo, I got a story to tell about just pretty much it's the same story about what my man was telling me about the police beating his dough down last night. And then we go, but it's another side to that story that's going to equate to what we're talking about with the white supremacy thing. So we'll get into that in just a moment. But for right now, we're going to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to get back to our for real topic. How do we combat white supremacy, dog? That's what we want to know, dog. Pretty deep topic, dog. We got Angry Man on the camera, which I'm super excited about this shit.
Yeah, enjoy it, because after the commercial break, I'm out this motherfucker.
Nah, no, the fuck you ain't, dog. Yo, we're going to take a pause for the cause, man. But you already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio. We'll be back in about 45 seconds, man. And we're back.
That's why we can't win the wars.
Too busy stealing motherfuckers.
Stealing motherfuckers, man.
We back, man. You already know what it is. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio. Live on your dial, man. I got my man Angry Man on the microphone.
Yeah.
And of course, man, it's your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Let's get to it, dog. How do we combat white supremacy, dog? If you're just now checking in, dog, let me read one of the comments you might have missed. This is Rita checking in. She said, right, we must start being proactive. We have been reactive, which is our current situation. Learn to grow food, learn to filter water, start a fire, etc. We prepare, stock up, and then we stop dealing with this system. White only feel powerful because of privilege and money. The poor whites feel the same way we do. The system must crash first. That's how you stop white supremacy. All right, so that's what we want to know, man. What y'all think about that? Melissa just checked in on IG. What up, though, Melissa? So this the story. Armani, what up, though? Armani just checked in. Armani, Angry Man is on camera.
Hey, man, stop saying this shit, bro.
I just got people who chiming in. They might be like, "Damn, who this motherfucker?" If they don't hear you talk first, once they hear you talk, they know who you are. But in case you just now checking in, yes, this is Angry Man.
Stop saying that shit, man.
On camera, nigga. All right, so look, this is the story, right? So I was telling the story before the commercial break. So like I said, the police come to my man Doe, beat the Doe down, make him come outside, all this shit, asking him about the white van and shit outside. He get to telling like a motherfucker because he a true white American and shit. No, you know what? Let me take that back. We need to be more like them and shit. We got to start telling too.
Good clean white folks.
Right, good clean white folks. So he got to tell her. He gave my man a whole name, motherfucking social security number and everything. But so this is the thing though, right? So he telling the story and shit. You know what I'm saying? 3:00 in the morning. He telling the story. So I'm saying, like, so I asked him. Real shit though. It's me, him, a Jewish dude, and Monk and shit, right? And Monk Money, so right. So he telling the story and shit. And I said, dog, was you scared, bro? And what he said to me made me realize what white privilege is though. He said, no, I wasn't scared. I didn't do nothing wrong. I said, right. He's like, so why would I be scared? I said, right, right. So Monk and Josh, shout out to my man Josh, they just started laughing, right? And the white dude didn't know why they was laughing. Cause like in real life though, if you at the crib, you know what I'm saying? You at the crib, police beat your dough out at 3 in the morning. I'm gonna tell you 2 things that happen and shit. First off, I'm gonna be scared. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like I did something, right? And then I have to comply. So dig what happened though. So they told him to come outside. And he was like, dog, I ain't got no clothes on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got motherfucking boxers and t-shirt on. They say they don't give a fuck. Bring your ass outside. So he mad, though. He ain't scared, he mad. So he come outside. You know what they did next, dog? They asked him was somebody else in the crib when he said no. And they said, can we go in and look? And you know what he said?
No.
Yes. He said no. What for?
Oh, shit.
Dog, what? Man, look, if we'd have told the motherfucking police no, what for? No, we did.
You'd have had the A-team out, man. Fuck, B.A. Baracus and everybody running the video shit.
Dog, that is white privilege, bro. And, like, it was funny because I think a lot of white people live their life not understanding exactly that concept.
Oh, no, I remember many moons ago when one of my rides got stolen.
Yeah.
And they found it up at 7 Star.
Okay.
Grocery store.
Oh, shit, I remember. Yeah.
Nigga, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Christmas Eve, man. We could, like you said, they beating the dough down. We like, man, what the fuck? And so, you know, my wife said, it's the cops. I'm like, fuck they won't.
Right. Right.
And, you know, she like, go see. I'm like, I ain't even go to the door. I went to the window. Yeah. Like, can I help you?
Right, exactly.
Are you such and such? Yeah, that's me. We found your vehicle. Where is it? And they told me where it was. Okay, I'll go get it.
Right.
No, they like, come on, let's go get it. No, I'm not coming out there.
Exactly.
And they did not stop until I opened up the fucking door.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I opened up the door and they like, come on, we'll take you. I'm like, no, I'm not going with you at 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Right.
And they like, no, come on, let's go get it. I'm like, man, fuck this. And then, just so happened, they wasn't going to stop. So I said, fuck it. Because I didn't want the kids to wake up and see the cops.
Yeah.
I get outside. I'm like, man, are we going to get this car or y'all taking me somewhere else? And they laughing at me. And the one car was like, no, you serious, huh? Hell yeah, I'm serious, nigga.
Man, look, you really got to think about shit like that. And that's what I was telling my man last night. It was crazy. Hey, blind ass Money just checked in talking about how is that? Yeah, that's Angry Man on camera, bro.
No, fuck, you can't see. How you know?
Hey, but look, this is what we did for you though, Monk. He said that he wasn't going to sit on this side and use your microphone. So we had to bring his whole microphone over here.
No, I ain't going to do you like that.
Because he said he was not going to use your shit.
That's your shit, man.
Right. No, so yeah, he really didn't understand like that's really a thing. Like I would have never said I'd have been like, sure, officer, there's no one in there. Like, you know what I'm saying, all compliant and shit, right. Because I'm scared to fucking die. So that's why I asked him, I'm like, dog, like you wasn't never scared. He was like, it scared me at first because it woke me up out my sleep. I was mad about that shit. I'm just like, dog. I literally told this motherfucker last night. I literally said, dog, like I'm jealous, bro. Like, I wish I could live my life like that, dog. I wish I could live my life not thinking that everything wasn't going to be all right, bro.
I mean, but a lot of times, you know, you got to put them in that situation.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, that was a situation.
You really can't put them in that situation. Yeah. But bring them around your environment so they can actually see, because they don't believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't, they come to the hood or ride through it, but they don't live here.
Right.
They literally have to be in that situation or be in your house somewhere where they can see how the goddamn police do it. I mean, we can't stand outside in front of the crib without these motherfuckers stretching us out.
Right.
That shit still happens. Well, you know it happens because it happens to us.
Happens, right.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, just like that one time I was on my way out and I parked on the wrong side of the street. And the motherfucker with four in the car pulled up on my ass and shit. Yeah. Like, I'm nervous in the motherfucker. Like, I'm scared, nigga. Yeah. And I ain't did shit wrong other than park on the wrong side of the street. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna change. Like I always say, it ain't gonna change till God hit the reset button. Cause these motherfucking white folks don't know how to let shit go.
Is that what it is?
Obviously they don't, man. Look how long they've been trying to take over the world. You ain't accomplished that shit in this amount of time. Stop it.
Just stop that shit.
Just stop, nigga.
This nigga Gigabytes talking about Cuban lung cancer and don't even smoke. Talking about, this nigga's puffing hard on that motherfucking Black and Mild. Rita said, people are so focused on making money, but I think it's more important to be focused on how to survive without it. Dog, that's real shit. In order to change anything, its current state must be destroyed. Yeah, for sure. That's true. That's basically what you just said. Basically, you saying God hitting the reset button. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing. Everything pretty much got to be destroyed and start from square one. But that whole situation, that whole conversation just kind of lets you know, like, where we are. And it's funny that some people live their whole life. And, like, he an older dude. Like, he older than me and shit. And I don't know. I think, do white people think, because I know it's got to be some white people listening. I know we ain't got a lot of white listeners, but there's got to be some of y'all listening. But do white people really feel like white supremacy ain't a thing no more? Like, racism over?
I mean, they never thought it was a thing. If it was, it wouldn't be.
Dog, facts, right? That's about the end of it, shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They don't
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
They don't think it's shit wrong with the fuck they're doing because that's how it's been since the beginning. Yeah. You know what I mean? They always had it, so they running with it. Yeah. You know, they really don't think they're doing nothing wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because think about it. To enslave a motherfucker. Right. And not think it's wrong. Yeah. Something is wrong with you.
Not only not think that is wrong, but try to convince others of why it's right.
Yeah, I mean that's a problem in itself, right there.
For sure.
I mean, because they'll tell you in a minute, man, why the fuck you got that dog in the cage back there? They'll get mad as hell, but won't get mad if you had a nigga back there.
The dog in the cage. It's real life, though.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to jail for that shit, but back in the day, you couldn't go to jail for having a nigga in the cage.
Right, for real.
I mean, so like, they literally think there's nothing wrong with what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. Because, one, it hasn't happened to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't happened to them. Right. Two, it's been happening since a lot of these motherfuckers have been born. Yeah. They've been born into, treating everybody like shit. Yeah. So they think it's fucking okay. Yeah. And then it goes back to, I was in college. When I was in college, I bumped into a lot of, it was more females than guys that never seen a black person
Yeah, we talked about that last night.
Never seen them in person before.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit they take from what they see on TV, they take from what they was taught. Yeah. I willing to goddamn bet you that them small towns where there's no blacks, they don't have black history there.
Right. For what?
So a lot of them don't fucking understand why we upset. Right. You know what I mean? And they don't understand why the fuck we mad. Yeah. You're not gonna understand it.
Money said, and they don't care either though.
That's the point too. Yeah. They don't give a fuck. They really don't. Yeah. Because like I said, I mean, to do shit and then honestly think it's right, something's wrong with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? For sure. Do some wrong shit and think it's right. You know right from wrong.
Well, you should. I think we all come out the motherfucking room with some idea of motherfucking right and wrong and shit.
I think you born with that shit.
Yeah, I think you born with most of that. Yeah. Classic Pothead just checked in. What up, nephew? That nigga said, "Yo, yeah, that's Angry Man on camera." Yo. My man Gigabyte checked back in. He said it take white people to check white people. What you think about that though?
Is that the truth? Yeah, it is a lot of truth to that because it'll take a white person that probably wasn't privileged. You know what I mean? Middle class, or what they call them, PWTs, poor white trash.
PWTs.
To tell them like, wait a minute, this is really not how it's supposed to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because obviously they ain't listening to us. We've been telling them that shit for how long?
Obviously not, dog.
You know what I mean?
And we gotta switch gears just a little bit, dog, on this white supremacy thing, dog. We gotta talk about if you from the Detroit area or Metro Detroit or in Michigan area, I'm not sure if this has went viral nationally, But we got to talk about them kids in Denby, dog. And goddamn it, I can't. Was it Almont? I think the name of the school. Yeah. But anyway, if you're not familiar, what happened was apparently, like I'm not sure, but apparently at the beginning of the game, during the national anthem, the kids from Denby, which is a high school in the inner city of Detroit, they kneeled on the sideline. This is a football team, Denby Prep, and they were getting ready to go to the state playoffs if they won this game. So this is football, and during the national anthem,
they was going to the championship.
Yeah, it was going to the championship. During this game, though, they kneeled, for the national anthem. So a lot of white people in the audience, started basically heckling them, like calling them niggas and shit, and saying like, these niggas don't know what they doing, type of shit, all of that, right? So the whole game got played and shit. And then at the end of the game is when like the shit broke out. Like when they was leaving, a lot of white people in the audience like really started heckling these kids, and this is my problem. I understand ignorance, and I ain't just talking about white people ignorance. I'm talking about nigga ignorance and shit, or black people ignorance. I understand ignorance, and I know that a lot of people are ignorant, but I feel like once you start crossing that line from adults to kids, though, we got a fucking problem. Like when you grown and you just want to be ignorant with another fucking adult, then like, okay. I mean, you just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Then you just work that shit out. But when you transition that shit to the kids, it's a fucking problem.
That's some coward shit.
It's some cowardice shit, dog. Like, so you a grown ass middle aged white man with, and look, I know we do it too, though. All right, we follow high school sports and shit, so I know that a lot of you motherfuckers is hella grown, middle aged like a motherfucker, just like us and shit. So I know you at the game because I'll be at the games and shit. But I'm never gonna resort to saying like all this kind of racial shit, all this kind of intimidating shit to some fucking kids, bro.
Not to no kid.
Right. Like these motherfuckers is 14 at the oldest, they 18. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not even wasting my energy on that shit.
Because you know that, I mean, but it goes like Mr. Money always say, it always starts at the crib. It starts at your hood. That's one thing. I don't give a damn what hood you in. Motherfuckers don't let you fuck with kids.
Right, as simple as that, dog.
I mean, you got a problem, go talk to his parent, man. Don't fuck with them goddamn kids, man. Leave them kids alone. Cause that's some cowardly punk shit. Cause you know damn well you can do whatever you need to do to that kid. You can whip his ass, you can say some shit, you can beat him up, whatever.
Right.
And you know that. So, no, there's no need for you to come at nobody's kid like that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know what I mean? That was some coward ass shit. You know what I mean? If you had, I guarantee you they wouldn't have did that shit on Kelly. They wouldn't have did that shit down there on Kelly. They would not have done that shit.
If you're not familiar with Denby Prep, it is on Kelly and what's that, Moraine, right down there.
Moraine, the whole area. You wouldn't have done. Well, damn Kelly and Moraine, you wouldn't have done that shit nowhere in the goddamn city.
Hell no, especially on 7 Mile of Hoover.
Oh hell no.
Like I ain't even doing it on 7 Mile of Hoover.
They only did that shit because they was in the comfort of the suburbs.
Yeah,
that's the only reason they did that shit.
Which is fucked up. So that's what I'm saying. Like that idea of white privilege, obviously is knowledge, though. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that in certain situations they definitely go get away with shit. It's so fucking infuriating, nigga. I can't even think of another word for that shit.
Like I said, you want to say you sorry? Y'all want to apologize to us? Schedule them niggas to play Southeastern. At Southeastern.
Shit, I'm not even playing at Southeastern.
And schedule them niggas to come on down here on 7 Mile and Hoover and try that same bullshit.
Right. Yo, Gooseface just checked back in. I can't fuck with him, dog. He said go Buckeyes, bro.
Who?
Gooseface. That's on IG. He said go Buckeyes. I can't fuck with you, dog.
Come on, dog.
Thanks for listening and shit, but
don't
we don't fuck with the Buckeyes,
don't say that shit no more, man.
Money said once again, nigga, they don't care.
They don't.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck, nigga.
Dog,
and that's that. They don't give a fuck.
That's my shit, though. But yeah, so like, I mean, with that in mind, though, like, how do we even combat that shit? Because that in itself is a testimony to white supremacy, dog. Like, so and this is my problem, though. When you start crossing that line with adults to kids, this is my problem. Like, you got niggas on that team. Probably like at the youngest would be 14 maybe, so 14 to 18. So these are impressionable years. So this may be their experience with white people, right?
Yep.
What do you think that's gonna do to a grown black man though?
Keep him, man. Keep the cycle going.
Keep the cycle going for sure.
Because I had to explain to somebody once again. I went to an all white school, pretty much.
Yeah.
And a lot of them didn't understand our anger. A lot of them didn't understand why we were so angry. A lot of them, like I said before, they just don't understand.
Just don't understand.
And it took me, for me to tell a couple of my stories. I had the honor and the blessing to be with my great grandmother.
Right.
She passed away in '93, and she was 93 years old, born in like 1900.
Dude.
So the stories that she would tell me of the shit that she been through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you lived your entire life uncomfortable. You not knowing that,
right?
You didn't get the privileges that I got.
Right.
You know what I mean? You didn't get to see the things that I got to see.
For sure.
You didn't get to go to places I got to go. So a lot of people, grew up with their grandparents because, they lost a lot of their parents during the war. Then after after Vietnam, the drugs hit. So a lot of kids grew up with their grandparents. True. And that's the education that they got. That's the studying that they got. Yeah. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. You know what I mean? And they don't understand that. How can your grandmother or grandfather teach you that? Because that's what the fuck they've been through. That was their whole life.
And that's the crazy thing though, right? Because like their grandparents taught them the same things, but it was nothing to rationalize that though, right? So like when your grandma or your great grandma tell you like you gotta watch out for these white folks and shit, like when she tell you about white supremacy and shit, right? When she tell you about slavery, when she tell you about equal rights or the lack thereof, then you got physical accounts that replicate that. Like, so you telling me that we ain't got no rights and shit? You can pull that shit up and Google it, right? Yeah. White people, they grandparents tell them, what I'm saying, you should be scared of these niggas and they do such and such, they do this, and you can't find the proof though.
But my thing is,
because we ain't did shit.
Why are we like that though? Ask that question. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like why are you so angry? Why do y'all lash out? Why do y'all have drug problems? Why do y'all have lack of education?
And we ain't even lashing out like we could be.
No, I mean
we could be lashing out like some third world country motherfuckers.
And that's what it'll be if we decided to do that. But like I said, because they're not gonna quit. If they haven't quit up to this point, they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
I think at the end of the day, man, I ain't angry for real. I don't have no real problem with black people, with white people, which is strange though, because if anybody got a problem with anybody, we should have a problem with them, right? But
everybody should have a problem.
Everybody should. But at the end of the day though, like I don't really have no problem with white people though. I just really want them to understand where I'm coming from. Like I just really wish that we could understand each other. I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Understand it.
I do. Shit, I do.
I just want you to stop.
You don't need to know why. You just want motherfuckers to stop.
Quit. You know what I mean? Because if I try
motherfuckers stop.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if I try to get into it, the shit just gonna keep going on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Just stop that shit up.
You done tried that shit with every fucking race on this planet. Yeah. We don't have a problem with Arabs. We don't have a problem with Mexicans. Yeah. We don't have a problem with Asians. Yeah. White race has a problem with every goddamn race on this planet. Right. They have proved it behind doors and right on TV. They have fucking proved it. Until you fucking stop that shit, we gonna keep having the same goddamn problems.
Yeah. Well, I guess the problem is that like with this whole situation is you can't pinpoint it to an individual. And the only reason I say that is because you can find individuals in your community that's racist or who are white supremacists. You can find those individuals. But the reality of it is that all of this shit is entrenched in laws and guidelines and everything else. Like it's entrenched in the whole fucking society. So that's what make it so... I'm damn near pessimistic, like how you and Money being shit. Like now, I really don't know how to change shit. Only because like the inside the workings of the government is racial inequality. Period. So if you don't get past that,
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it ain't gonna stop until he hit the reset button.
And I'm not sure if I want to be around for that.
And whoever's left, we just gonna have to learn from the, we ain't gonna do that shit this time now.
Right.
You saw what the fuck happened the last time. You know what I mean? Shit just went all wrong. You know what I mean? And they, like I said, it ain't. And then, I have a problem with, I keep saying it, middle class white folks or low income white folks. I have a problem with them too. Because, you know what I mean? Y'all got the ability to tell motherfuckers, now, some of these laws and shit y'all doing really ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you ain't. But I'm not gonna feel sorry for you because your own people don't accept you.
Right, for sure. No, and that's why it's a tricky situation, dog. Because it's like, those are facts, right? Just like Gigabyte said, you know, it take white people to check white people. I think those are facts. But then at the end of the day, too, though, that when we say that, even though it's true, it again takes away our self-reliance, right? And this is my thing about the original shit we talked about a couple weeks ago. The fucking, what's the shit? Segregation, right?
Right.
So we have to be reliant on ourselves, just like Rita said, just about learning some of the basic shit, surviving without the system, right? Mm-hmm. But since we aren't capable of doing, well, I ain't gonna say we're not capable, but we haven't gotten to that point as of yet, then at some point we do rely on some white people. In this case, it's like you relying on white people to check other white people. But what if that's just not go happen?
It's not.
So what do we do in that aspect then? Do we completely try to segregate ourselves again? And then, like, if we do that, then they're going to be like, oh, but y'all fought for this shit. Y'all don't know what y'all want. And then now we back in the crybaby section.
Yeah, we never left the crybaby section. Right. The crybaby section right over there with scratching. And, I mean, that shit ain't going no goddamn way.
Right.
I mean, they always going to say something to deter us to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like I said before with the segregation shit, you know, that's what they felt they had to do, and I don't knock them. I appreciate that shit.
Yeah,
because
sure.
You know, like I said, they at least they tried to do something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe it could have been. Maybe because of the time you know they were in, that was the thing they needed to do.
Right.
But we need to learn from their not. I don't want to call it a mistake. We need to learn from what they did. And try to, you know,
try something else.
Yeah, they gave us the foundation in the playbook.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Something we might just have to run another motherfucking play.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because they're not gonna quit. Okay, yeah. We tried it. We tried it. We tried it. We tried it. You know what I'm saying? We tried it. Okay, now at some point, fuck y'all. We over here. Don't come over here.
Said don't come over here.
Yeah, we okay. We tried this shit and it don't fucking work because you motherfuckers are not gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, they are not going to Teddy Pendergrass it. They are not going to let it go.
Teddy Pendergrass. Yo, Rita said shit to be real. Most of us know how to survive in the struggle. They don't. That's how you kill it. Creator gave our people the gift of, the gift of knowledge to create, and also to the land. To create and till the land and reap. We are connected to the earth. If the money system stopped, who would then be begging who? And that's the thing. And we got to get back to that because our I ain't gonna say ancestors, but our previous generations, they actually did know how to live off the land. They knew how to plant shit. They knew how to, you know what I'm saying, live off the land. Like they really could grow their own food and all of that shit.
Pretty much died for us in like the I want to say late 80s, early 90s, because everybody had an auntie with a garden in the backyard.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Technology and social media is what pretty much killed that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, take a phone away from the kid. He'll stand there and look at you for about 3-4 seconds. Like, I don't know what to fucking do right now.
Right.
Like, dead serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, she has a point. You know, you can take pretty much anything from somebody that grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we gonna be all right. We gonna figure some shit out. Right. Because, you know, a lot of us, I hate to say it, grew up without anything any goddamn way.
Exactly.
You know, some of us were, you know, was a little, I don't want to say privileged. Some of us was blessed with certain things.
Hey, some of us was blessed to have the normal shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Basic necessities.
Right.
To survive.
And that was a blessing, though.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got to think back in our day, you know, when we were kids, your shit get turned off. I never seen my mother or father panic if something got turned off.
Right.
I never seen them go ape shit. Okay, that ain't on. Here's what we gonna do.
Yeah, backup plan, alternative.
Hey, I get paid on Tuesday, nigga. Right. It's Friday. We gonna figure this shit out until then.
Motherfucking furnace broke. Shit, open the oven, nigga.
We know what the fuck to do. We can make it. Like she said, it ain't us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't us, but it is us. Yeah. Only reason why I say it is us because we're not passing that to our kids.
True.
You know what I mean? That's where
the bargain dropped.
That's where we're losing it at. You know what I mean? That's what the other race, the white folks, whatever you want to call them, feel like they're gonna have the upper hand. And I joke about it all the time. telling my kids, y'all about 5 minutes away from the plantation and don't even fucking know it.
Oh, for sure.
Don't even fucking know it. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you get too dependent on anything, it's, you know, you viable to, you know, to be put back into that kind of system. And it may never, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I pray to God, hopefully it'll never be back to physical detainment and shit. But like slavery is slavery though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that could mean working for slave wages. That could mean anything. Like, it don't necessarily mean to be bound by shackles and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, they didn't flip the script and gave us the wrong goddamn playbook because they stealing motherfuckers. Black folks are stealing motherfuckers now. Yeah. You enslaving motherfuckers, you stupid bastards. Do you realize that's what you're doing?
You mad or not?
I mean, but think about it. Yeah. It's like now all they can say is shit. I can get them to take their own people. All I got to do is offer them a couple dollars for it.
Right.
All I got to do is give them a couple dollars for it.
Yeah. That's
if I pay you to go get them, their hands are not on it now. Now we're doing our own goddamn selves in.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of how that shit work anyway, right?
Yeah.
Money said that's why we need to get that camp started for sure. He said, and we don't stick together. That's the problem.
You're right.
Yeah. This is a tough one though. Obviously, ain't nothing we can figure out. But I think that what's missing between now and, you know, the generations before is that kind of that idea of hopelessness, right? And what I mean by that is, like, I feel like when people get into a situation where they think that nothing else will work, that's the only time that you actually come together.
No, we got complacent, we got comfortable, and for some reason, I mean, having a black president helped, but we really fucking think we overcame.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Because, I mean, a lot of the things that changed for the good for the most part, but our generation just, it's like, I say it all the time, man. You know, I go back to talking about these churches, these mega churches. Mm-hmm. Y'all got yourselves in these positions, and it's like y'all forgot the struggle. Yeah. You know what I mean? The struggle is still there. It's like y'all forgot it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's up to y'all to keep on like, no, fuck that. You having issues at home, we got you. Your kid needs some help, we got you. Yeah. They got away from that because they got themselves into a different tax bracket.
And that's the thing. I think that's what happened in the community a lot, though. Just like, I mean, you try so hard. The situations in some people's situations were so volatile or so fucked up that they spent so much time trying to get out of those situations that by the time you get out, you don't forget where you came from, but it's just like you try so hard to get out, like, why fuck with it, right? And that's how people get separated. And that's what happened in our community a lot. You know what I'm saying? People get out of the situation, which is what you want to do. Like, you want to get out of those, like, financial situations. You want to get out of those bad schooling situations. But you got to remember the people who weren't able to, you know, quote unquote, pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And I think that's where the disconnect comes. And with that disconnection, though, obviously, that means we not going to be able to band together at some point. And what's fucked up about that, though, is that we're a small group of people, honestly, in the you know, when you look at everybody else, we're a small group of people. So, like, when white people want to unify and shit, I mean, they can do it, or they may not even be doing it on a larger scale. It's just purely numbers, like it's just more of them. So when a few of us detach, then it makes it look worse because it's not that many of us in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you got a crowd of 1,000 and 2 people step off and shit, like, you won't even notice it. But if you got a crowd of motherfucking 20 and 2 people step off, they like, that's a whole chunk gone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's how that shit is. And my man Ju just checked in. What up, though? But yeah,
but my thing is this.
That shit frustrating, bro.
It really is. But because we have enough millionaires and billionaires for us to do our own shit.
For sure.
But you know, but everybody thinking like, no, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Yeah. I mean, shit, other races don't do that. You know what I mean? The Asian race, I piggyback off the Asian race and the Mexican race, they don't do that.
No, they don't.
My man gets some money, everybody got some fucking money. You know what I mean?
And they living within
a big house, everybody stay here until you can get your shit together and move out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I said last week, or earlier this week, nigga, you got family members come up to your house for 15 minutes. You tapping them on the shoulder. It's time for you to go, man.
I know she got somewhere to be, cuz.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, we have enough to do it. But like I said, for some fucking reason, we really, really, really feel like we overcame. And then, when, like I said, Obama being president was a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because once he got in office now, and like I told you, the one time I heard the young kids say, okay, we got a black president, what's the big deal? That's the big deal, the fact that you even said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's, I guess it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you don't ever want, like, the next generation coming up to feel like there wasn't ever any struggle and shit, right? But also at the same time, you don't want to always bring up the negative and shit, because sometimes that knocks out the positive shit that is happening. So it's like you
have to bring up the negative in order for it not to repeat itself.
True that. So, I mean, I feel that. I feel that. You
got to educate them on, you know what I mean? Okay, why do you feel that way, Pops? I feel this way because X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I mean?
I also think, too, though, that we got to do a better job at the other shit, too, though. So, like, for instance, you talk about a kid who only know Jay-Z is how Jay is now, right? Mm-hmm. Or you only know that, like, when they was born, it was a black president, all that shit, right? But what we got to stop doing, I think, is we got to stop talking about... well, we got to talk about it, but we got to stop talking about the slavery shit first, though. What we got to start doing is telling these kids about our African ancestry. And it's hard for us to do that shit because we don't know it all the way and shit. Mm-hmm. And that's the fucked up part. We don't know it because our history and our culture has been taken from us. But I think that for us, we got to start talking about the shit before slavery. And then talk about slavery, and then talk about where we at now. The thing is, a lot of times we talk to our kids and our relatives about the shit that happened in the slavery days, and then in the 60s and shit, right before with Martin Luther King and all that shit, with the movement really started. I think we start there, and I think that's part of our problem too. We build a narrative from the negative. So when we start talking to our kids about Black history, we need to start talking about African history first. You know what I'm saying? Then tell them what happened, with the slavery shit, and then up to now. Because I think what happens is, like, they start getting excited, like, we got a black president, we got these black billionaires, and then we hit them with the, but nigga, they shot Martin Luther King and shit, like, we couldn't go to the same schools, like, instead of going back to, like, we were even greater than this before. Like, I think we got to start there. We got to start building our own narrative.
Yeah, I
agree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I agree. Start from scratch.
Like, all the way from scratch, though. Not the American scratch.
Yeah, go over there and start from motherfucking scratch.
Yeah,
tell them
sure.
everything. Tell them how, we came with this, we came with that, and tell them how it was took.
Yeah.
Tell them how, like you said back with Martin Luther King, how we were treated. You know what I mean? You have to explain to your kids why certain, maybe not you per se, but maybe certain black people are so upset.
Yeah.
And why we fear the cops. Why we fear the justice system.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? We have to tell them everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, these kids get in trouble and go to court and get the popping off at the mouth thinking it's a game.
Man.
Something that could have cost you 30 days, but now because of your mouth, got you 30 years.
Hell yeah. And, you know what? Even more fucked up than that, even if your mouth don't get you more than 30 days, you got to understand that paperwork. Mm-hmm. That paperwork following you for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. You with probation as an 18-year-old and shit is gonna have more problems than a 21-year-old with a fucking real record. If you black, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
With some fucking probation papers, nigga, that shit's gonna follow you forever.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hell yeah, once you get in that motherfucking system, bro.
You in there?
Right. Rita said the entire nation would fall without us and shit.
It would.
But we act like we don't know that, though. We act like we don't know we got that much power.
But because we just don't give a fuck, man. The whole I don't give a fuck thing just really
taking that shit to a new level.
It is. I mean, but you know what? That in itself, I understand it, but it's frustrating. I understand how because you gotta maybe the Johnson family fought so fucking hard for generations to get to where they at. Yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like 30 or 40 of them in the family.
Yeah.
If maybe they, got to a point where they feel like, okay, I can just help them, I can't help them.
Yeah.
Instead of, putting aces in their places in their family. Okay, you can do this well, you can do that well, you can do that well. So now you branch off and you help them, you help them, you help them, you help them.
Yeah.
But everybody, we made it, it's ours, it's ours.
Yeah.
But like I said, sometimes, I understand it.
Yeah.
But it's still just not right. And for some people, it's hard for them to say, okay, we made it this way. We gonna help the Joneses across the street get to this point. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, like I said, they done fucked us up so much. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna change until he hit the reset button.
It's simple as that, huh?
Yeah, it's simple as that, man. Like I said, they done fucked the shit up to the point where, you know, we're divided, but we're not divided. You know, we really are like groups. You know what I mean? Because we say it all the time ourselves.
We segregated within ourselves.
Yeah, well, I ain't stepping outside my circle.
Right.
Fuck, I'm gonna help him for. If I did it, he can do
it. Yeah, I mean, I've been guilty of saying that shit. So,
I mean, but that's they got us like that.
True.
You know what I mean? They got us to the point where we don't even trust each other.
Man,
you know
that's
what I mean?
for sure.
They done did so much shit now. Like I said, they can just step back and not put their hands in nothing. They planted the seed.
Let us fuck it up, man.
Yeah, our cotton picking niggas' asses is gonna go out here and water the grass after they done planted the seed, and we gonna run with it. Because all they gotta do is say, yeah, he made it, but look what this nigga did.
Yeah,
that's all they have to say. And we gonna snatch that motherfucker clean out the goddamn sky ourselves.
Right.
We gonna You what I was joking with you. If the white man says it must be
true.
It must be
true. Good clean white folks.
Good clean white folks.
Yo, we about to get up out of here, man. We got a last minute comment, dog. Hit me in the comment box, dog. Rita said, it's also a fact that white people look towards future and plan their grandkids. We live for today. And this is true. We live for today because of, and I don't want to blame it on circumstance, but we live for today because we are often put into survival mode because of educational things, because of financial things, because of like shit that's institutionalized. And I don't want to use that as a crutch. I don't want to say as an excuse, but you can't act like it don't exist either, though. So, and I think that's the hard part. Like, you want to acknowledge these things without using them as a crutch, and I think that's our biggest issue, to be able to acknowledge those things.
Yeah, but to say something about, you know, what Rudy said, you know, and you're right, they do, because they, like you just said, they've been put in that position. A lot of us, our grandparents, parents, some of our parents have not been put in that position.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, a lot of things have been taken away from us, taken away from my grandparents, taken away from my great-grandparents, land, money, you know what I mean, property.
Yeah.
You know, even small mom and pop businesses have been taken away.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get to the point where, okay, you know, white folks get to the point where, okay, we straight now, 2 generations down, we're fine.
Yeah.
Versus us, we pretty much starting from scratch again.
Right, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of shit has been taken away. You know what I mean? You know, you think about your grandparents. I never knew either one of my grandfathers. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was taking. We'll talk about that later. But you know, then it's like you take a grandfather out of a home back then. Yeah. You know, now it's all on grandma. The struggle starts over again. Yeah. You know, grandma raised you. You know, where's your mother? You know, I help. You know, take care of you. Then she's gone. Now the struggle starts all over again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's. I feel what you're saying, but it's different for us.
Yeah, it is.
You know
I mean, obviously it is. Yeah,
it's very different for us because like we always it's like we started from scratch.
Right. No, that's for real, dog. Hey, on that, man, we gonna go around the block one last time and get our last minute comments out. If you got a comment, man, hit us in the comment box. Don't forget, also make sure that you support the brand, Pardon My Eastside, man. Go to pardonmyeastside.com right now. Get your hats, scullies, sweaters, t-shirts, all that good shit, man. Use the promo code eBlockRadio and get 25% off, man. Don't forget, man, tonight is the pre-Turkey Day turn up, man. So come out, party with E-Block Radio, dog. We gonna be at Easy Street Saloon tonight, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. That's Easy Street Saloon, man. Make sure you pull up, dog. E-Block is having a party. Jew, I seen you checked in, dog. Bring the whole hood out, dog. We in that thing. Start at 9 o'clock, bro. Is free up until 10. After 10 is only $5. All right. Also, we giving away free turkeys, dog. We giving away 2 turkeys. All right. Giving away 2 turkeys. We raffling those off. Drink specials, food specials all night. Come party with your niggas, man. For sure, dog. Turn up before Thanksgiving, man. We got a comment to read real quick, then we gonna go around. Bo said we need the first level set expectations. We all not gonna get along or stick together. That's for sure. It's almost like we waiting for some huge movement. Move in your circle and look out for 1 or 2. It will spread at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure. All right, so again, make sure you pull up 16101 East 10 Mile Road, Easy Street Saloon, E-Block Radio in the building tonight, man. Starting at 9 o'clock. Pull up. All right. Angry man, dog. Last sentiments on the way out, bro.
White folks, stop that shit.
It's simple as that,
man. It's simple fucking stupid. It's third world to the motherfucking simple ass stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
If you just stop.
Stop that shit.
Like, think about it, man.
Stop.
Yeah, I mean, because all these other races are not the problem. We all can get along. It's you motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
if you say the black man is angry, why?
Yeah.
If you say Mexicans are angry,
why? Yeah.
You say Asians are angry, why? And those are the three main races. That you say Arabs are angry. Why?
Right.
Because you motherfuckers have got into it with all four of those goddamn races.
True that.
You started a war with each. Don't even bring the Indians in this motherfucker.
Right. For real.
If you motherfucker, I mean, if they actually step out of themselves and step back and look at it, you're the problem for every goddamn thing. Yeah. If your race would just fucking stop, just quit.
just quit.
Think about it, man. If y'all just fucking just stop bullshitting, we'll be fine.
Everybody be straight.
I wouldn't mind going to the game and white guy, we sitting there having a beer watching a good ass football game, but we can't do that because you on some bullshit.
You on the bullshit.
You on some bullshit.
Quit being on the bullshit. We straight up. Simple as that.
Numbers don't lie, man.
For sure.
Facts don't lie, man.
Yo, Rita says she love y'all, man. Love you too, baby.
Back, man.
Yeah, for sure, dog. On that, bro, look, how do we combat white supremacy, though? I don't know if there's a way to actually combat it without, overhauling the whole system.
You can't.
But the reality of it is, just like you said, man, and just like I believe Rita said earlier, we do got to kind of get back to basics. We got to learn how to, for real, survive within the system, without the system, which is what's working for, Arabic people, what's working for Asian people, what's working for, like, other groups. Learning to work within the system without the system is what we got to get back to. And in order to do that, we do got to find some kind of common ground within each other, though. And I think that's probably where we got to start. We got to start with each other, though. But on that note, man, it's fucking Thanksgiving, bro. Black Friday, I'm not sure if we gonna have a show because niggas might be out shopping and might not be paying attention, so we may or may not do a show. So just keep your notifications on, man. You'll get a notification if we do go live. And it is Thanksgiving, so even if you don't celebrate technically what America calls Thanksgiving, I always look at Thanksgiving as a time to get together with family and sharing amongst each other. So I don't always. I'm not gonna celebrate that whole idea of Thanksgiving because I know that they white people again came and fucked over the Pilgrims and shit. I mean, fucked over the Indians and shit at that point.
They fucked over everybody.
Yeah, fucked over everybody. So I can't necessarily celebrate that aspect of Thanksgiving, but I do celebrate a time for family and everybody to get together. Also, as the holidays, man, I know that holidays is rough for people who have lost loved ones or people who just in a generally bad situation. Dog, mental stability, dog, is some real shit, especially during the holidays. So if you need to talk to somebody, man, just talk to somebody, dog, for real. Like, cause I know sometimes, right, for real, you know what I'm saying?
Call the show.
Call the show. We'll talk to your ass, man. Something.
We definitely will kick it with you.
Yeah, we will kick it with your ass. Pull up to the easy street, man. Something.
Sit down.
Yeah, sit down, have a drink, make it a dope ass chicken sandwich. But like whatever you're going through, like for real, I know in the holiday time. Some people are depressed, and depression is even realer during these times, man. So just talk to somebody, dog. You'd be surprised that a lot of people will listen. A lot of people will just let you get it off your chest. Like, do that shit before you do something crazy.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but, you in that state of mind talking to somebody, you might find out your situation ain't as bad as you think it is.
Dog, facts, bro. For real. You know this is real life.
You want to come kick it? I got some shit that'll be... You ask me, nigga, you ain't killed yourself yet?
Right. No, you stupid.
What I'm going through ain't shit compared to what you got popping off.
For real, man. So make sure you watch out for your mental health, man, your mental stability, dog, and just arrive alive, dog. Enjoy Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy your family. Enjoy everything, dog. To the next time, bro. You already know what it is. The Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man.
Hold on. Earth, cousin. Mark money.
Fuck money, dog. Straight from the E-Block Radio. For sure, man. Live on your dial, dog. I got my man Angry Man in the building.
Ain't doing this shit no more.
And of course, man, it's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Yo.
cloud radio show on the planet. E Block Radio.